Team, welcome back to another daily flow routine. For those of you that have been following these videos for a while, see, back here in Portugal, back here in the sunshine. So for those of you that have seen these videos with the dogs barking, the birds cheeping, we're expecting more of that over the next few weeks. Back with another routine for you, 10 minutes, stretch routine. We're going to be working specifically on the hips today. Loads of hip work, loads of glute work. So if you've been spending a lot of time sat down, a lot of time behind your desk, give be a great session for you. You're going to need any equipment for today's session, just somewhere comfortable to lay or sit down. So let's come down to our backs. Let's start with a little bit of breathing. Just as we come down, relax fully down to the mat. Feel like we can kind of sink into the mat all the way from the bottom of the back, top of the hips, all the way through the middle part of the spine, through the upper spine, through round to the neck and to the head, and then just pull the shoulders down and away from the ears. Place the hands onto the stomach, and we're just going to go through some breathing. So just take a full nice deep breath in, and a deep exhale. Really trying to just ground yourself with each move here. Take a full deep breath in and a full exhale. Good. Just make sure the feet are a little bit wider than the hips, and then what we can do is just start to let these legs drop from left to right. So just start to let the knees fall to the left and then the knees fall to the right. Just go at your own pace for now. Just go as far down as you feel like it's comfortable. But we're hoping with each breath and with each rep, we're able just to extend this a little bit further each time. So each movement we do, we hopefully can just drop knee a little bit closer to the ankle and just start to release off. Depending on how firm your mat is or the ground that you're on, you might also feel a nice bit of massage into the lower back, top of the glute area. It's just some added bonus here, but here we're just trying to get the hips moving. Release off a little bit from the front of the thigh and into the lower back, and just letting the body know that we're coming for it today. So definitely more of a hip-based session today. I've needed this. I've done a lot of traveling over the last 2 days, so my hips are definitely feeling a little bit tight. I've got a little bit of golf planned later, so it's going to be a good little release for me, just to release off the kind of mid-hip, lower back area that gets a little bit tight whenever we spend a lot of time in the car or aeroplanes, sitting down a lot. So this can be used as a pre-golf session, so that they replace your warm-up, but we'll just start to prepare the body a little bit before you head off to the golf course. It can be used as a first thing in the morning, kind of waking up, get the body moving for the day, or as a last kind of thing at night before winding down, before going to sleep. Good work. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to start to roll ourselves up. We're going to come into a seated position, hands down behind the back, feet in kind of, again, just a little bit wider than the hips. And again, we're just going to do the same movement, but this time we're just going to keep the hands on the ground. So as I do this, what you'll start to feel like as you move to one side, you're actually going to feel a little bit of a stretch come across the front of the abdomen, into the front of the chest, and into the front of the shoulder as well. So really try and keep these hands back as you work these hips gently from left to right. You can go as wide as you want with the feet, but really trying to work knee to opposite ankle. So as I reach here, I can feel a big stretch coming to the front of the thigh, into the hip, but also across the front of the abdomen. And for me, it's now really exposing that today I'm a little bit tight across the front of the chest and into the front of the shoulder. So just get a little bit of release here. Just working one way and then the other way, and I'm going to show you how we're going to flow this into a little bit of a deeper hip stretch now. Good work. A few more each side, just expanding on this kind of warm up for the hip. And what I want you to do is take the legs over and drop them all the way over to the right hand side. So I've now got both kind of feet on the ground, knees on the ground. And then all I'm going to do here is lift my left hand up and just rotate myself over to this right hand side. So I've moved from this position with hands down, and I've just rotated myself over. And all I'm going to do is just start to get a little bit of a turn now through this abdomen, and I can just drop myself over this hip. I can then spin my legs over to the other way, knees down, hips down, and then I can move my hand and just drop myself over this other side. I can then spin legs back round, working round, hand over, drop myself down, and back over the other way. Knees work back over, opposite heel, hand comes up, and roll myself over. We're going to do one more each side. Hand moves over, knee moves over, working and rolling. Last one here, knee moves over, hands follow, round and roll. Good work. Staying on this side, what we're now going to do, so now I've rotated over to my left, I'm now just going to spin this knee from underneath me, and I can come round into a position on all fours. So we're going to do a little bit of work here in this all fours position. So come around to our neutral position to start. First thing we're going to do is we'll put the hands away from us and curl our back in, putting chin to chest, squeezing the glutes under. And then we're going to go the other way. We're going to lift chin, lift tailbone, lift up, big stretch from the front of the abdomen. Pull chin to chest, glutes in. And return the other way, chin lift, tailbone up, big stretch from the front of the chest. One more of each, chin in, and reaching up. Good work. You're going to lengthen the right leg behind you, and then all we're going to do is spin this left ankle across in front of the right knee, and then drop this right knee back down. So I'll just do that one more time. So from our neutral position, right leg moves back, left ankle drops across, right knee drops behind left ankle. Now from here already, if we can keep a little bit of pressure going through this kind of left knee, we should start to feel a bit of a stretch coming to the top of this glute. So all we can do now is just sink back into this thing and just start to move around. So for me at the moment, as I shift my weight over to the left and tuck the glute under a little bit, I really feel a good stretch come onto this left glute. For some people, it might feel a little bit better being a little bit further forward, a little bit further to the right, a little bit further back. So I really want you to explore and feel like, what is the best position for you here? What do you need to do to really start to feel this working into this left glute? So we're still keeping an eye on our breathing, but we're really trying to be active through this stretch. You can see that I'm kind of starting to squeeze the glutes, relax the glute. I move my hips to the left, move my hips to the right. And I'm really trying to explore where I'm getting the best from this movement. So this is a slight variation on our hip capsule mobilization. So for those of you that have done some of the mobility work or some of the work in the MacroGolf app, you might be familiar with our hip capsule mobilization and the way that we can mobilize deep in this hip joint. So this is a variation on that. It's just a slightly lesser extreme version. So just give me another 30 seconds or so here, just moving around. Good work, and we'll swap to the other side. So we move the right knee up, spin the left leg back round, right knee joins left, and then left knee moves back. And then we're going to go onto the other side. So right knee spins under, left knee drops down, and now we feel this stretch move into this right glute. So again, I'm just moving around, and actually for me here, more of the central position feels a little bit more interesting. So I can definitely reach across this right side still, shift across to the left, I can tuck the glutes under and release the glutes back. But actually here for me, releasing the glute backwards centrally definitely gets a little bit of a better release. Where on the left side, it was definitely better when I tucked under a little bit more. So that's just how we explore day to day, and you guys will be different to me here, and you'll be different day to day as well. So shifting around, keeping another 30 seconds or so here. Keep on breathing, keep shifting, keep moving. Great way to release our hips out without needing to necessarily get to like an end range stretch. So if you're fatigued, done a lot of training, a lot of golf, this would be a kind of a great little low impact release for you. You'll definitely notice an instant change in your ability to rotate as well, which is going to be really useful. Good work. Let's unwind from there. Right leg comes up, left leg spins, left side joins it. What we can do from here is we're going to tuck the toes under, lift the bum to the sky, and then just walk the hands up to the feet, and then drop ourselves into a nice deep squat. And I'll turn to face you guys to show you this. So just from this nice deep squat, what we're going to do is just shift around. Really trying to get these heels nice and low to the ground, but if you need to just drop up onto the toe, that's fine. Driving the knees out to the side. We can play around by putting the hands into the ground, lift the bum up to the sky. Nice little bit of a stretch into the top of the hamstrings, back of the legs. Really letting lower back fold. And then slowly we can wind ourselves up all the way up into a standing position. I'm going to come back down to my knees to show you this, so I'm not at the top of the camera. But once you're into your standing position, you can stay standing. We're just going to do a little bit of release in the neck. So we're just going to drop left ear to left shoulder. Keeping an eye on our breathing. We're going to do right ear to right shoulder. Taking nice strong inhales. We're going to drop chin to chest. We're going to lift the chin up nice and tall. And we're going to take a full deep breath in and pull shoulders up, back and down. Shoulders up, back and down. And we're going to take one more here, shoulders up, back and down. Hopefully you guys feel a little bit released, a little bit kind of freed up, ready to go and attack the day of golf, work, whatever it is you've got planned. Great work today. I'll see you on the next video.